the fire burning inside. And I've waited so long for this moment in time. I'm gonna change, you wait and see. I'm gonna be the best I can be. I'll be much better than everybody, 'cause this time it's all about me. When you sleep, you can sleep when you're dead. The bitch is hungry and she needs to be fed. I'm not gonna have sand kicked in my face anymore till the day that I die. Show me the way, show me a sign, show me that this time it's my turn to shine. I'm gonna be so much better than you, 'cause this time it's all about me, me, me.
About me, it's all about me. Not you, it's all about me. Fuck you, 'cause it's all about me.
Early to bed, early to rise. Could I have a salad instead of the fries? The odds are against me, but what the hell? I'm gonna start standing up for myself. I'm gonna change, you wait and see. I'm gonna be the best I can be. I'll be much better than everybody, 'cause this time it's all about me, 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 me. It's nobody's birthday. Don't light a candle on the cake. It's nobody's birthday. It was just a big mistake. It's nobody's birthday. No need to uncork the wine, 'cause it's nobody's birthday but mine. It's nobody's birthday. No tail on the donkey today. No need to celebrate being alive when your dreams get stolen away. It's nobody's birthday, so leave the party hats behind, 'cause it's nobody's birthday but mine. There'll be no balloon animals, no Chuck E. Cheese, no animatronic singing dogs. There'll be none of this for me. And don't give me any fucking birthday cards. I don't need your sympathy. The Hallmark stores are all closed and shit. There'll be none of this for me. It's nobody's birthday. There'll be no big surprise. The candles' flames were doused away by the teardrops from my eyes. Here we go. It's nobody's birthday. need for presents at this time, 'cause it's nobody's birthday but mine. No, it's nobody's birthday but mine.
Translates to lost bread. And then later in the 16th century, Henry V.
Allez, c'est parti. Tout d'abord, comme il s'agit de pain perdu cuit au four, nous allons préchauffer le four à 400
The high school and college students who are experimenting with LSD will be running many of our institutions and guiding public policy.
Now the communists are killing your sons in South Vietnam.
Sometimes even torture.
I said there was communism on college campuses. Now the liberals are admitting that there's communism on college campuses.
College students who are using LSD and marijuana today do not comprise a criminal class. They are not drug addicts.
Reply the teacher gave was, well, the student knows that tomorrow we may lose his head in Vietnam or by an atomic bomb. He's not too concerned about the possibility of damaging a few brain cells with a trip on
They're
LSD.
your best educated, your most creative, and your most courageous young people.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask
And like it or not, they're going to build you a new civilization.
And you can see that it's absorbing it quite well here.
She was my true love, now she's dead and gone. She made me feel whole, and when I felt she'd hold my hand when nobody ever would. She understood. She came with me everywhere I'd go. I miss her so. She was my only true love. She was all I would ever need. But now she's dead and buried under the willow tree.
Check. Check. Checking the mic. 1, 2. 2. 2. Check. Checking the test. Testing the check. Checking the 1. 1, 2. 2. Check. Test. 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 Reverb. Reverb. Check. Oh, God. My God. Oh, boy. Oh, jeez. Computer, volume 10. Computer, what time is it?
It's 11:02 a.m.
Shit. Hello everybody, and welcome to Henry's Kitchen, where today we're going to be teaching you how to make Henry's Good Morning to You strawberry cobbler. We've got a fun recipe here. Get that coffee going, because this one's going to be sweet, and we all know that coffee tastes like shit unless you have something sweet in it, or if you're eating something sweet with it. Couple of alerts here. Anonymous gifted a tier 1 sub to Zodiac Tone. Thank you very much, Anonymous. We love your work. It's Kate X has resubscribed for 36 months and says 3 years and I still can't find the kitchen. Oh, I'm sorry. And I still find the kitchen a depressing place. It is. It's very depressing. I'll tell you a little bit more about how depressing it is in just a second. But I want to thank a couple people here. Janie Mango, and thanks It's Kate for all that you do. Janie Mango resubscribed for 3 months and says, here's to many, many more months and years of using and cooking, explaining. Thank you, Janie Mango. I appreciate that you appreciate it. And Mac Daddy resubscribed for 18 months and says 1.5 years of happiness. That is true. Okay. Well, first, I want to thank JB's Tech gave us this cool background. I believe it's from Asia. I think it might be, is this Tokyo? Is this an aerial view of Tokyo? Checking in on roast beef. Everybody hold on a second. I'm going to show you the ad for our upcoming music stream August 17th. Meanwhile, I'm going to situate my cat.
This is WSUM 101.5, the sounds of summer, and we've got something special for you.
Sometimes we all make mistakes, and sometimes we catch the real tough breaks. But here's a trick that I've been working on. Just say oops and move on. Ran out of gas.
That's going to be a very exciting time. Okay, a little bit about what's going on with roast beef. Early this morning, somewhere around 4:17 a.m. Pacific time on July the 30th, the year of our Lord 2025, roast beef was having episodes of not feeling too well. And so I packed him in his little stroller thing, and we took him over there to the vet to make sure everything was okay. And I said to the doctor, they did tests, and they said he's great. And I said, well, why does he keep screaming all the time? And they said, well, there's a couple of things. One, he can't see very well, and he can't hear. And so if you can't see or hear, you don't want someone to step on you, so you're going to be constantly sort of making noises to make sure everybody knows that you're there. He also has difficulty in the bathroom, I think as a result of maybe hemorrhoids or something of that nature. But we did agree to give him a shot. And it's not the shot. It's not the one that ends his life. But it's one that that supposedly will maybe make him not in as much pain. The problem is that it's very experimental. It sounds like the origin story of superhero like Incredible Hulk or something like that. But it's an experimental chemical that we're going to try that will hopefully make him not as anxious. But there really is not much in terms of... By the way, you can hear me okay, right? Okay, good. That would suck if I was just talking and nobody heard it. Janie Mango says Arby's meows serve a similar function to a truck backing up beeper, perhaps. Yes, absolutely. A truck, when it backs up, you'll notice after it's done its loading, it will put out a beeper sound. That's a great analogy. Or golf carts do the same thing. Dark Ages says, oh my God, Super Beef sounds like a dream. Spider Cat says Thitchin Hat. You're right. I only wish real life was as fascinating as the whatever it is we're talking about. All right, I'm going to position the camera to get on his stroller because I think he's settled. Maybe in the meantime we'll watch a little bit of this flashback to a craft that we made once with roast beef.
Don't look now, shit on a shingle, everybody run for the western side. Don't look now, shit on a shingle, everybody's drinking turpentine. Don't look now, shit on a shingle, everybody run for the woods. Someone's shitting on a shingle and it isn't very good. Don't look now, shit on a shingle, everybody run for the western side. Don't look now, shit on a
Okay.
shingle.
So roast beef is currently in his stroller, which is his new favorite space, actually, which is kind of cool. Turns out to be a nice little compromise here. He actually enjoys it in that thing, and he can get in and out of it. It's right next to the bed, so that way he's not getting his sort of crunchy things all over my bed. So... anyway, we've settled into sort of a decent situation here. Bert Bufftug says, this song reminds me I need to pick up the jaw harp again. I was forced to play it in elementary school, but haven't touched it since. Yeah, play it, you know? This is the time to experiment with stuff, you know? You're getting older. You need to stimulate the brain. Holy Crap Awesome says, aw, like a little baby. Yep. A lot of times I'll stroll him around the neighborhood and people will be like, oh, wow, you have such a beautiful baby. Ah! And then they'll get freaked out because they'll immediately see an animal. But then they go, oh, I see. This is just a guy who takes his cat for walks. Bert Bufftug says, LOL, you paused ever so slightly on the word jaw. Yeah. I never knew the politically correct term for that, or if that even is. I don't know. But I'm not gonna weigh in. All right, Dark Ages says, I wonder if anyone professionally plays those plastic recorders we all played in elementary school. Yeah, there is. They're probably not the same instrument, but there is a beautiful piece of Baroque music by Telemann, Telemann, called Concerto for Flute and Recorder, I believe, which sounds redundant, but it's absolutely incredible music. I don't think we can play it on here because of the copyright restrictions, but Computer, Volume 10. I was told recently that I look like the actor, and it's always a little bit hit and miss when someone comes up to you and says that you look like a certain actor, but I had sort of a sailor-looking shirt and a hat on, and they said, you know who you look a lot like You look a lot like the actor who played the skipper on Gilligan's Island. Sure, we always wish that we looked like a rock star or something, but I look apparently like the skipper. At least they didn't say Gilligan. Computer, what was the name of the actor who played the skipper on Gilligan's Island?
The main male character, Jonas the Skipper Grumby. The main male character, Agent 1. The main male character, Captain John Silver. The main male character, Colonel Watney. The main male character, Deputy. The main male character, Dr. Marshall Matt Dillon. The main male character,
fuck?
Miraja. The main male character, Mom.
Computer, stop. I think computer has lost its mind. Just completely lost its marbles. Fondue Yourself says computer is having a stroke. I think so. Dark Ages says shorting out. That's the same thing, I think, in the computer version of it. Computer, what is the name of the actor who played Gilligan on Gilligan's Island? That should be an easy one.
The main male character, Gilligan. The main male character, Agent 0014. The main male character, Dr. Charles Boyer. The main male character, Dr. Gilligan. The main male character,
Okay.
Fairy Godfather.
Computer, stop. Does anybody actually put any credence to this piece of shit? I don't know. Let's check in on roast beef. Still basically in the same setup. Hey, let's do some music, shall we? Thanks, JB's Tech, for sharing this picture of what looks to be an awesome Asian vacation. That kind of rhymes almost. Oh, JB's Tech also gives a pic of a cat that I don't think it's JB's Tech's cat. I assume this is an Asian cat who was probably hanging about on your vacation somewhere, and I think it's a great looking cat. I always like when we see random cats. Goat's Head says the only main male character I'm worried about is Henry Phillips. I agree. Depressing Drawers. Nice cat, like it. Yep. Let's grab the guitar. Maybe we'll have this guy in the background while we do our song. I wanted to do a really quick tribute to someone who was very dear to my heart in the artist world, and that would be Tom Lehrer, who lived a very long life. I believe he lived to be in his late 90s. Computer, how old was Tom Lehrer?
Tom Lehrer died on July 26, 2025 at the age of 97.
97 years old. We can all wish that we're so lucky. That's about how old roast beef is in human years. So I'm going to go ahead and do a song of his that I remember learning when I was a teenager, and I thought it was a lot of fun to try to sing. I don't remember the lyrics, but I'm going to do it from the guitar tab here. And I'm not going to do it justice, but if you can, go look at all the Tom Lehrer videos on YouTube. Go listen to the records. He was just a pioneer in the art of doing comedy music. And this song is actually set to the tune of the Modern Major General from Gilbert and Sullivan's Pirates of Penzance. I believe it's Pirates of Penzance. It might be HMS Pinafore, but I'm not sure. But either way, it doesn't matter. All right, here we go. This is The Elements. There's antimony, arsenic, aluminum, selenium, and hydrogen and oxygen and nitrogen and iridium, and nickel, neodymium, neptunium, geranium, and iron, americium, euthenium, uranium, europium, zirconium, lutetium, vanadium, and latham, and osmium, acetinium, radium, and gold, and protactinium, and indium, and gallium, and iodine, and thorium, and thulium, and thallium. I'm going to skip to the end here because I can't do all of it, but there's sulfur, californium, and fermium, berkelium, and also mendelevium, and steinium, nobelium, and argon, krypton, neon, radon, xenon, zinc, and rhodium, and chlorine, carbon, cobalt, copper, tungsten, tin, and sodium. These are the only ones of which the news has come to Harvard, and there are many, many others, but they haven't been discovered. I screwed up a bunch of chords there. I screwed up words. I did everything, but I wanted to pay whatever little bit of tribute I could to the great Tom Lehrer. Fitchin' Hat says, if they're man-made, how the hell can they be elements? Are they man-made? I didn't know that they were man-made. Unless I said that by accident. Janie Mango says, didn't Gail the Libertarian Chemist sing this in Breaking Bad? Oh, maybe so. Dark Ages says, I watched a fun contest show called Jet Lag where 2 contestants had to listen to this for hours straight as a punishment. It's a joy to hear once or twice through, though. Oh yeah, you wouldn't want to do it over and over again. And I'm sure when Tom Lehrer did his concerts, he didn't just play that song over and over again ad nauseum. Or maybe he did, and that would probably be a performance art level akin to the great Andy Kaufman. Dark Ages says some are man-made, but they still exist as elements, though they're synthesized by humans. Okay, so you guys can get that all squared away. I'm going to move on to another song here. We have a song request that came down the pike from Holy Crap Awesome. And let's go ahead and change this. Thanks, JB's Tech. Again, one more picture from JB's Tech. This is Taiwan. A festival in Taiwan. Wow, this looks really cool. I think it's awesome how often you and Nico Tezo must go to Asia, because I've never been. I'd like to someday. Boy, that food that you posted last week, that was really good looking food. And it made me jealous because I was eating total shit at the time. All right, let's find a good background for this. Beelzebub gives us this picture called Shanky Whip. Shanky Whip. Let's go ahead and use this as the background for our photo here. Holy Crap Awesome wanted to hear this song by the band Ace of Base, and it's called The Sign. I got a new life. You'd hardly recognize me. I'm so glad I could person like me care for you. Why do I bother? You're not the one for me. Ooh, is enough enough? I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Life is demanding without understanding. I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. No one's gonna drag you up to get into the light where you belong. But here's the question: where do you belong? And then we're going to the parallel minor for music theory fans. Under the pale moon for so many years, I wondered who you are. How could a person like you bring me joy? Under the pale moon where I see a lot of stars. Oh, 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 is enough enough? I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. Life is demanding without understanding. I saw the sign and it opened up the eyes. I saw the sign. No one's gonna drag you up. Get into the light where you belong. Where do you belong? I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes, and I am happy now living without you. Oh, 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 I saw the sign and it opened up my That was Ace of Base, who apparently saw the sign. Fanatic Fox says, I've always wondered what the sign had written on it. Must have been inspirational. Yeah, they never really say that. Mike Don't Rage says, how many calories do you think the emu is? Oh, is that an emu? I thought maybe it was a llama. I don't know anything. Janie Mango says, Henry, your version is far superior to the original. Thank you very much. I thought so too. Depressing Drawers says, very nice rendition. Good stuff. Beelzebub says, I used to rollerblade around my neighborhood blasting this album on my Walkman. Very, very cool. Well, Depressing Drawers says, I think you could get about 10 curries out of that emu. Is that where curry comes from? Is from emu? Computer, where does curry come from?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, curry refers to spice mixes, usually from India or Southeast Asia. Ginger and cinnamon are usually included.
I think it's more of a spice, guys. I don't think it comes from an emu. Okay, let's go ahead and change up the pick here. Let's go to this dark diner pick that I like. It's from Henry Townsend, who gives us very moody, sort of dark pictures that I like. Sign language interpreter, Goo2112 says, that's true. You probably would want to get a sign language interpreter to talk to them about what sign they saw. But there's so many signs. Blocking up the scenery, messing up my mind, or whatever that song is. Okay, let's go ahead and do another song here. This song request comes to us from our very own Janie Mango. Janie Mango, whom we were just talking to about the sign song. This one, I don't know what there is to be said about it, but I remember somewhere in about 1984, maybe 85, driving up the Pacific Coast Highway, the wind blowing through my hair. It was a convertible, and I was in the back seat of a car, and I was being abducted by someone who would later teach me how to sing the Elements song and make me sing it to them at gunpoint every night until I was eventually discovered by the police. That's not true. None of that's true. I'm just fucking around. But I remember hearing this song when I was a kid, and I think the message of it is just as true back then as it is now. It's called Everyone Wants to Rule the World. Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Tears for Fears. And without further ado, here we go. Shit. Oh.
Everybody wants to that you'll never, never need it. One headline, why believe it? Everybody wants to rule the world. All for freedom and for pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever. Everybody wants to rule the world. I went with the resolution. I think the real song just fades out, I'm assuming. Beautiful song. Thank you very much, Janie Mango, for that little trip down memory lane. Boner of a Lonely Fart says, these great covers are getting me excited for music night. That's right. I'm going to do a stream on August 17th at the request of some of the users, and I think it's a great idea as well. It's going to be all just music. I'm just going to be here doing music for a couple of hours, putting the spatula away, literally and proverbially. But don't worry, I'll be back to cooking explaining the following week, but it's going to give me a little break. I won't have to clean up a lot of shit. I won't be as frustrated. Cooking is hard. Music is not as difficult. So let's go ahead now. Janie Mango says, amazing, that song is nostalgic for me. Me too, Janie Mango. Okay, we've got some alerts coming down the pike. Purple Donut Filling His Fruit has resubscribed at the tier 3 level for 38 months. Glennery 12 has resubscribed. Thank you, Glennery 12. What the fuck? Borsonvin. Oh my goodness, Borsonvin, thank you so much for your generosity. Gifted us 20 tier 1 subs. That's incredible. We are at 395 subscribers. We're almost getting back to some of those numbers that we almost had during the beginning of the year. Thank you so much, Borsonvin, for that. We are at 395, 5 away from 400 subscribers, and that is a very, very nice number, and I appreciate the generosity there. USB1 says, Henry, have they asked you to be on The Bear? No. Nobody ever asked me for stuff like that. I'd love to, though. That would be fun. I love that show. It's a great show. But you know what? I didn't ask them to be on my kitchen stream either, so I guess it's probably works out in the long run. Okay, everybody, it's that time. And it's that time that we all hate. It's time to get some cooking done. Today we're going to make a strawberry cobbler. It's going to be very difficult. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs, mostly downs. But we're going to get through it. Because at the end of the day, we have to cook. We just have to do it. If we don't cook, we don't eat. Cooking is a process. You've heard the term processed foods. Well, if you eat cooked foods, you're eating processed foods. But it's a necessary process. What it does is it takes all the shit out of your food and sterilizes it when you cook it. And that's basically what we're doing today. Holy Crap Awesome says, Henry, since I don't have strawberries today, I'm making a plum upside down cake. Unfortunately, I didn't read a label somewhere and instead have purchased apriums. What the fuck is an aprium? Do you know as a chef? Oh, sure, I'm aware of what an aprium is, but just to test the computer, let's just go ahead and see if it knows. Computer, what is an aprium?
A hybrid stone fruit that is a cross between an apricot and a plum. The fruit is predominantly an apricot, being 3/4S apricot and 4 plum with a smooth orange outer skin, without fuzz, that covers a bright orange juicy flesh.
That's what I was
going to...
Okay, computer, stop! Always just goes on forever. Yeah, it's a combination between an apricot and a plum. I knew that. Okay, Computer, who played Aprium in Gilligan's Island?
From womansworld.com. Howell from Gilligan's Island in the original voice of cartoon character Mr.
Okay. All right, everybody. Let's see. We had another alert come down the pike. Anonymous, our friend Anonymous, gifted a tier 1 sub to Holy Crap Awesome. Thank you very much, Anonymous. I love when I see these gifts going out to members of the community and bringing them in, because we all know there's plenty of stuff in today's society that's trying to shut some people out. I was told a poem when I was a kid. They drew a circle that shut me out, called me a heretic, a thing to flout. But love and I had the wit to win, for we drew a circle that took them in. Michael Bublé 4422 says, what kind of sandwich and why was it disgusting? Or are you talking about what I ate last week? I don't know. Borsenfin, it is a great poem. I'm wondering how it would go in French. I guess it would probably be, no, I don't even know how to begin it, but that would be good. I'm going to try to do it in French. Borsenfin, I'm going to try to perform that poem in French on the next stream on Sunday to thank you for your generosity today. Glenn Ori 12 has resubscribed. Thank you so much. And Purple Donut Filling is Fruit. Thanks for resubscribing at the tier 3 level. Okay, everybody, we're getting off a little bit. We got to get back on. Here we go. Here we are. We're in the kitchen. Let's go to the website here. This one is called therecipient.com. And it just simply says how to make strawberry crumble. I might have said cobbler, but this is not a cobbler. This is a crumble. It says here, a fabulous strawberry dessert. I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like. That is so quick and so easy to prepare. They always say that, and then it takes us 2 hours and it tastes like shit. This self-pleasing strawberry crumble is made with a load of fresh strawberries and topped with a strudel-like crumbly topping. That strawberry syrup is just incredible, and the smell is outrageous. So we're going to get some outrageous smells here, which we've had here in the past. I don't know if that's necessarily a compliment. As regular readers know, I have the self-control of a child when I spy bargains of my favorite fruit and veg. So every now and then I go on a bender of whatever it is that I've overloaded on. A few weeks ago it was broccoli and cabbage. Last week it was corn. Currently it's strawberries. From a couple of weeks ago, oh shit, I gotta make sure I have strawberries. I'm almost positive that I do. Oh yeah. I went on a fruit bender. I just completely insatiably started consuming fruit as well as whiskey. Michael Bublé 4422 says, I walked in on my strawberries diddling themselves the other day. Yeah, what did they mean? Self-pleasing strawberries. Ugh. A great easy strawberry dessert. I used to be massively short. Okay, come on. They always go on forever talking about themselves, but we're going to go right to the recipe here. Okay. Let's go over some of our items that we're going to be working with today. We've got 3/4 cup rolled oats. We've got 3/4 cups white flour, 3/4 cups brown sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 3/4 teaspoons cinnamon, pinch salt, and 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter, melted and salted. And we also want our strawberries, 1 kilogram. So computer, how many pounds is 1 kilogram? Computer? Okay, it doesn't sound like computer wants to participate with us today.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
2.5 tablespoons of corn flour or cornstarch. Now, I don't know what's in this bag, but I'm pretty sure it's corn flour left over from when Francisco and I made Macarena, and I think it's corn flour. So 2.5 tablespoons of corn flour or whatever's in this bag, and we want 1/3 to 1/2 of a cup of the white sugar, as well as 2 tablespoons of water. That's easy. Teaspoon of vanilla extract. If we don't have enough in here, I have another container. And I think we're ready to go with that, unless anybody has any questions thus far. Fondue Yourself says, does anyone else bet a specific amount of points to level out their current number of points? Or am I just that neurotic? I'm not sure how to answer that. Hoopla says, does this recipe use river bison? River bison? Well, I mean, there'd be a bison, I guess, that maybe lives by the river, but I'm trying to figure out that's got to be some kind of a code for something. River bison. Reverbison. Reverb is on. Reverb is on. Oh my God. Yeah, the reverb is on. Oh, I left the reverb on. Thank you so much. Testing 1, 2. I'm so sorry about that, and I appreciate it. If you do notice a technical problem with the show, please give it to me in some type of a code so that I don't get embarrassed in front of everybody. Okay, Boner of a Lonely Fart says, Henry answered that points question like computer does when it doesn't want to participate. You're absolutely right, and I feel ashamed about it. Wingle Wazzle says, I thought that was a bit. No, it's not a bit. Master Cookie the Third, that's right. Play dumb. That's right. And Burak says, River Biscoff. Yep, the reverb is off. Okay. Lots to be done here. Let's get to work. Number 1, and this is the worst part of all of this, because computer, what is the weather right now?
The current weather is 81 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies and sun. You can expect more of the same today, with a high of 88 degrees and a low of 62 degrees.
It's going to be hot, but I have to preheat my oven to 180 degrees. Computer, what's 180 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit?
180 degrees Celsius is 356 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, and of course this doesn't go into 356, but we'll just do 355. That's 1 degree difference, so that should be okay. Okay, place all ingredients except butter into a bowl, mix to combine, add butter, and mix to incorporate. What was that? Did we have an alert there? Alexander Dean has resubscribed. Thank you so much, Alexander Dean, for 34 months. Amazing. And we are at 396 subscribers. I appreciate that subscribership. And if you're just joining us, we're about to make an epic morning, top of the morning to you, strawberry cobbler / crumbler. And if you want to see what it's going to look like when we're all done with it, that's not it. That's a picture of Glenn Campbell. How do you find it? What the fuck? All right. This is what it's going to look like. Oh, yeah, there it is. That's what it's going to look like when we're done. And we have an alert that came down the pike here. Let's see who that was. Boner of a Lonely Fart just gifted us 5 Tier 1 subs. Amazing. Thank you so much, Boner. And let's see what that takes us to now. We've got 401 subscribers. Thank you, Boner of a Lonely Fart, for putting us over that 400 marker. That's wonderful. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you, everybody, so much for your generosity. Okay, I think it's time for us to go ahead and get started here. We've got, it says put all of the ingredients into the bowl. All of the topping ingredients. So let's just try that now. I'm a little sort of challenged when it comes to doing difficult stuff, if you will. And so I'm going to do the best I can. Let's grab a work bowl, and it says put all ingredients except the butter into a bowl. So let's have the butter at the ready. In terms of what we're doing here, we're going to put in our 3/4 cups. Let's see how much this makes. Serves 16 people. No. We're going to make it half. Who the fuck is going to be giving strawberry cobbler to 16 people? Computer, what is half of 3/4 of a cup?
Half of 3/4 is 0.375.
So basically 1/3 of a cup. We're going to do 1/3 of a cup of our rolled oats. We're getting right into it now. I guess 1/3 of a cup of flour. Uh-oh, roast beef is back. Oh no. Okay, 3/4 of a cup of white flour. I'm going to put the camera on roast beef for just a quick sec here. Hold on. A lot of people say that it's more entertaining to watch my cat drink water than it is to watch me cook. So let's go ahead and watch roast beef drink a little water. He knows what's good for him. This is the way that he's lived to be almost 100 years old in human years. It's by drinking lots and lots of water. So I'm going to leave it on roast beef drinking water while I go through the rest of these. 3/4 of a cup brown sugar. I'm glad it's all 3/4 of a cup because that makes the math easy. I'm going to do 1/3 of a cup of our brown sugar, as well as half a teaspoon of baking powder. So not baking soda. Remember, there's a whole difference there. Okay, he's done. Now, computer, what's half a teaspoon of baking powder?
0.25 tablespoons of baking powder is 0.75 teaspoons.
Huh? Half a teaspoon baking powder. I'm gonna do 1/4. I don't know what computer just said. I don't really know what such a small amount would even do. 3/4 teaspoon. That would be 1/3 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. So, I mean, at that level, I think I'm probably just going to eyeball it. I'm going to take the half teaspoon and fill it up. Computer, how much of a half is 1/3?
From Quora.com. 1/3 is written as 1/3, the same as half is written as 1/2. 1/4 is written as 1/4, and 1/5 is written as 1/5.
Okay, perfect. I think that's probably enough. And then we also want a pinch of salt. Computer, how much salt is a pinch?
Here's something I found on the web. According to thedailymeal.com, according to kitchen supplies makers, a dash of salt is specifically 1/8 of a teaspoon, while a pinch is exactly half a dash, 1/16 teaspoon, and a smidgen is half that, 1/32 teaspoon.
Might have done a little too much there. Okay. Place all ingredients except bowl, mix to combine. Well, we have this handy dandy device that was gifted to us by you, the users. Let's check in on roast beef here. Oh, no, he's done drinking water for now. I think he's coming around. This was gifted to me by you, the users. This device is so great. I use it all the time. It's sort of my handy dandy device, and we're going to use it right now. Let's mix everything up. This is going to be our crumble, and then we're going to do the strawberries afterward. There we go. Passy Poison says, I searched for that on the web but didn't find anything. Yeah, you're going to have to ask the users how to get one of these, but it's really, really cool. Sociopathogen says, computers won't understand what a pinch is until they construct their own hands. That's a really, really good way to look at it. And until computers develop hands, we will still have a purpose in this world. And it could be that our purpose is just using our hands to wash their parts. Okay. Borsenvin says, hey, Henry, how much straw do I use for these berries? No, they're called strawberries. I'm not sure why. But it's not, there's no straw involved. Okay, so now we've put in, place all ingredients except butter in a bowl, mix to combine. Now add the butter and mix to incorporate. So in terms of butter, we want, it says here 6 tablespoons. I'm going to go ahead and do 3 tablespoons in keeping with our half thing. This butter is nice and melted because it's so hot here. Maybe about that much. Now let's go ahead and incorporate. I'm glad it's so hot that the butter's already pretty much melted, so that works out pretty well. You know, they say baking actually is better in places with warm climates because the butter is already pre-melted. You don't have to melt it. In fact, baking started somewhere near the equatorial region of equatorial South America, near a country called Ecuador, which means equator in Spanish. And that's where there was apparently a nunnery, and they had been eating apple pie with flour and butter and baking powder and all this stuff, and then one of them finally said, you know, this tastes like shit, why don't we start putting it in the oven and just see if that does anything, makes it taste better or whatever. And that's how baking got invented. Right there in equatorial Ecuador. Holy crap awesome says, what about something that requires chilled butter? I don't know if anything does. Oh, Myrix. Oh, says keep doing that. I'm almost there. Not sure what that was a reference to, but okay. Alright, so this I guess would be our crumble situation. It's got butter in it. And I guess we're just about done. Alright, now I'm going to put this butter back in the fridge because it's melting pretty badly there. Don't use too much butter. I used too much butter. Remember when we made our Casino de Pepe or whatever, de Pepe? It tasted like shit, and it's because I used literally twice as much butter as we were supposed to use. Okay, next we're going to start hulling our strawberries. So let's go ahead and do that. What in the hell? Computer, what does hull mean?
As a noun, hoe is usually defined as a long-handled implement having a thin, flat blade usually set transversely, used to break up the surface of the ground, destroy weeds, etc. As a verb, hoe is usually defined as to dig, scrape, weed, cultivate, etc. with a hoe. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for hoe.
No. Computer thought I said hoe. I didn't say hoe. I said hull.
Thanks for the feedback.
Okay, so we're going to need... Strawberries are going to be kind of the star of our show here. So we're going to need quite a few of them. How many come in this container? This is net weight 16 ounces, which is 1 pound. That's how much this thing calls for. Oh, no. Yeah, so we're going to use all of these because it calls for 2 pounds. All right. So the question is, do I need to wash these? I don't know. I'd rather not. I don't feel like it. But, you know, whatever. Ina says you need extra cream on the strawberries, King. Yeah, probably so. Borsenben says, why the fuck are these berries so huge? Call Hugh Hefner, because these be juicing. They do be juicing. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put them in here. And I'm just going to rinse them because I'm afraid of getting some kind of food poisoning or allergy or toxicity or whatever. Alright. Sorry about this, everybody, but I think it's better to be safe than sorry. I'm going to run some lukewarm water over it. And then we're going to hull it. Computer, what does hull mean?
The interjection hola is usually defined as hi, hello. Did that answer your question?
No, it did not. Not even a little
Thanks
bit.
for your feedback.
Computer, what does hull, H-U-L-L, mean?
From lawinsider.com. Hull means the shell, frame, or body of a vessel, exclusive of masts, yards, sails, riggings, machinery, and equipment.
Or strawberries. Okay. We're never going to find out what a hull is or what hull means. But it says here it wants us to cut off the top of the strawberries. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Let's get some of this butter out of here. Cut off the top. Computer, what do I do with the tops of my strawberries?
From countryliving.com. Instead of tossing your strawberry tops in the trash, put them to good use to make fruit water.
Ah, that's not a bad idea. We've got quite a few. I know you guys have questions. I'm going to get them. Pug Lady 2600 says, feed them to my tortoise. My tortoise? That's right, you have tortoises. That's amazing. That is really cool. Those are really the most beautiful animal to me. They rely so much on human beings' compassion because they're evolutionarily challenged, I would say. And I really think that's a very wonderful thing. Wilson's stepbrother says, "Hello, Henry. Put your leftovers out for the bees." Oh yeah, that'd be nice to get more bees around. I got stung by a bee when I was I think in like 9th grade. I was trying to work up the confidence to talk to the girl that I had a real crush on, Nancy. And I saw her coming, and I was thinking, well, I'm either going to say what's up or I'll say what's happening. And I got nervous when I saw her. And she said hi, and I said, "What's up happening?" And then I felt embarrassed, so I made an immediate right and walked literally into a whole swarm of bees. And Nancy and all the other people, our class bully Shane, they all laughed and laughed. And I had to develop an ability to cook in order to make something out of myself. But high school's difficult. Okay. What is next? It says here, okay, we've done that. Leave small ones whole. Cut larger ones in half. Okay. It doesn't really say which ones are large and which ones are not. But I'll go ahead and cut some of the ones that look like they're the larger of the batch. By the way, this is very dangerous what I'm doing. I'm cutting without a glove. And I don't want you doing that at home, but I've been cooking a very long time. Plus, I don't really care anymore about whether I cut myself. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut all of these, I think. I mean, how bad can we really mess it up? If you cut the strawberry, you're getting more flavor out of it anyway. I'm going to have one of these because this looks good. Oh, yeah. I hope the final recipe here tastes as good as what I just tasted right there, because I hate it when we have ingredients that are great by themselves and then we cook a bunch of shit and it tastes worse somehow. Holy crap, awesome says, maybe try Keith's knife trick again. Oh yeah, that was ridiculous. Wilson's stepbrother says the pain reminds him that he's still alive. Yeah, this guy, Keith, literally just went like this. And like it cut everything at the same time. I don't know how he does that. Alright, now, what do we do with these? We're going to place these in a bowl. Scatter over some corn flour. I'm going to look ahead a little bit because I was actually thinking maybe we'd use our Dutch oven. We can't use the Dutch oven. Damn it. I made the mistake of preheating the oven, and apparently you're supposed to let the Dutch oven heat up with your... Hey, Borsenvin, is it possible to just put my Dutch oven right in there now into a hot oven, or do I have to wait? Or do I have to unpreheat it and then put it in from scratch? It's fine? Okay, well, let's do it. I'm going to use the Dutch oven. I've gotten the official okay. Cold is okay with fruit. Slow temperature rise. Okay, well... we're going to use this as the bowl that they're talking about, and we're going to say, it says place strawberries in bowl, but we'll just put it in here. Like so. And then it says scatter over corn flour, toss well to coat evenly. Okay, so this is the same stuff that I used when I made Macarena with Francisco. So we'll see or Matahari or whatever it was called. It wants, oh, this stuff is a mess. This is a real fucking mess. Yeah, white cornmeal, harina de maíz. Okay, so it says, in terms of this, we're going to put 2.5 tablespoons of this over it. Oh, but remember, we're just doing 1.25 tablespoon. Squid says, I thought a Dutch oven was when you fart under a blanket. It is, yeah, but apparently it's also some type of a device that you cook with. I didn't know that, but they actually do kind of the same thing. Powders in cooking love getting fucking everywhere. Flour, cornmeal, blow. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Okay, place strawberries. Add sugar, water, and vanilla. Okay, so we're going to add sugar. In terms of white sugar, we're going to need 1/3 cup, but we're only doing half of that, which would be 1/4 cup. So let's go ahead. This is 1/4 cup. This is going to be our sort of sweetener, if you will. And then we also want of water. We need 2 tablespoons. So if that, of course, that's going to be 1 tablespoon. And we also need 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Of course, that's going to turn into 1/2 teaspoon. A very little bit of vanilla extract goes a long, long way. Okay. Holy crap, Awesome says that was masterful water transfer, Henry. Yeah, you know what the secret is? Don't look at it. Although I think I did look at it, but it still worked out, thank goodness. The trick is to cook it with love. You're absolutely right. Okay, now what does it say to do with this? Add sugar, water, vanilla, mix well. Okay, so I'm going to use this item that was gifted to me by you, the users of Henry's Kitchen, on the platform of Twitch, Discord, and YouTube. I think I kind of see where they're going with this. This is turning into a nice sort of a sweet situation, and I like it. Boy, you know, when cooking goes well, it really can be a happy experience. It's just that it's so often not going well. But this is actually a little bit therapeutic. I kind of like the idea of just sort of spinning these around. Check in with some of the questions here. Blood Snail says, hey, anyone tried to cook with hate? How do we know it doesn't taste better? You know, you really don't know. It could be a little like heavy metal, where satanic music sounds a lot better than Christian rock music. And I think heavy metal usually is, if you were going to identify it with one thing, it would probably be... B-Dog just donated $5. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Check in with our alerts. B-Dog tipped $5 and says, please note that you could soak them berries in eau de vie, clear brandy, 12 hours prior to making this recipe, with the sugar for an improved taste. Also citrus zest, chef. Citrus zest. Thanks, B-Dog. That sounds like you're a fellow culinary expert here. What I'll probably do is I'll just drink the brandy while I'm eating the final dish. It all goes down the same place, right? I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a nice treat. Thank you very much, B-Dog. Antid resubscribed for 11 months. Thank you, Antid. Appreciate your subscription. Also, Lucky Sevens 777 has subscribed. Thank you so much. Lucky Sevens 777. We recently did a song by the band Styx that released their 7th album on July the 7th, 1977. 7777. I'm positive that that's what you were referring to when you came up with your username. Okay, so now we've got this. Let's see what this next order of business is going to be. It says we've mixed it. Now we assemble and bake. So we're going to probably make what's known in the industry as sort of a makeshift assembly line, if you will, whereby we have our strawberries as well as our this. Already making a mess. And we're going to pour strawberries into baking pan, which, get that, look at that. We don't have to do that because we were smart enough to already skip that and just make this the bowl that we were using. Because literally it's saying now put the strawberries in the baking pan, but we already have it in the Dutch oven. So I did something smart there, I think. I eliminated a step. Any steps you can eliminate are going to make your life so much easier. Fyro says, very smart. Yeah, thank you very much, Fyro. I agree. That was very smart of me. And it says here, crumble over the topping using your fingers to get some nice crumbly chunks. Okay, let's see what that's all about. So I'm going to take this topping and I'm going to crumble it over with my fingers to get some nice crumbly chunks. Okay. I already see a problem, and that's that it's not going over it, it's going underneath it, because I don't think we have quite as many strawberries here as we're supposed to have for the recipe. But so I'm going to just sort of coordinate these, and then I'm going to keep crumbling. And then we're going to put this in the oven, and we're going to play a little bit of that fun uplifting game that we've been playing called Heavy Rain, gifted to me by my friend Game Master Flash. Real curious to see where this game is going. So far it looks like I'm a serial killer and I've killed my son, and it looks like I'm about to kill my other one. Okay, so we're going to bake this for 30 to 40 minutes. Now, when it says that, of course, it's asking for the average. So, computer, what's the average between 30 and 40? Computer, what's the average between 30 and 40?
The average of 30 and 40 is 35.
Okay, so I never know if it's 36, which is 5 away from 40, or 35, which would be 5 away from 30. But it's right in the middle, 35 minutes. So topping needs to be deep golden, and the strawberry syrup, I guess that's what we have on the bottom there, is bubbling up with energy all around the edges. That's a sign that the strawberry sauce has thickened sufficiently. And then we're going to let it stand for a few minutes before we serve. With cream or your choice of topping. Well, I don't know if we have anything really, but maybe some jelly. All right, let's go ahead and put this in. I don't know if we're supposed to cover it. Reacting Andy has joined us. And it says here, Reacting Andy has subscribed. Thanks. And Anonymous gifted a tier 1 to Sugondese. Anonymous, thank you so much for gifting a tier 1 sub to someone named Sugondese. Purple Donut Filling His Fruit says Sugondese Nuts. Sugondese Nuts, is that the full name? Okay. Well, thank you very much for joining the community here, and thank you very much, Anonymous, for your generosity to sug on these nuts. Taco Bronson has subscribed. Thank you, Taco Bronson. And Holy Crap Awesome says, I burned myself removing my cake from the oven. Should I pee on the burn? I don't know. I've always heard that peeing on a cut is good because it's an antiseptic or something like that. But I don't know. I just scraped dirt out from under my fingernails and then literally just sifted it over our meal here. Hopefully that will cook out. And it's a good thing I'm only cooking for myself. That was really stupid. I guess I was sort of transfixed by that question. All right. Ah, Jesus. Okay, let's just go ahead and put this here. Computer, set timer for 35 minutes.
35 minutes, starting now.
All right, now let's clean up some of our stuff. As one of the users here noted, this corn flour, cornstarch, whatever it is, Matahari, Mahavishnu, this stuff is very messy, so I'm going to put it back in the bag, and that's going to work out nicely. And then we want to put this back in the cupboard. I've got a whole bunch of flour on my hands. Wash that. And yeah, we got a huge mess here. I'm going to clean up just a little bit of this. I know that that's not very exciting, but we're going to play the game in a sec. Oh my God. Here, I'll start the game in the meantime. It always takes a little bit of starting up time. Go to Steam. Put these oats away. As well as our utensils. I'll show you a little bit about how I clean up. I take all utensils and put them in the work bowl. This rubber band's going to come in handy, so I'm going to save that for later. Let's put this in here. This is trash, so I'm going to put this in the sink. This is trash. That there. We've got our baking powder, our vanilla. Did we use our cinnamon? I think we did. I actually don't remember whether we did or not. But this is looking a little bit nicer here, so that's good. Get into gaming mode. Let's start the desktop audio. Let me see how many people are watching right now. Wow, 219 viewers. It's making me feel a little self-conscious because cleaning up your kitchen is a very personal situation. Everybody does it the way that they do it and the way they like it. Here we go. Heavy rain. I'm going to push play. And that's going to get started. Meanwhile, we have a couple more items here. A little bit of water. Hold on, I got a lot of work to do here. Let's get to the game. I've got a controller here. I'm going to try to use the controller this time. But I also want to be able to see your comments. That's a major part of this. So how do I do that now? We'll go over here. Okay, resume game. Okay, so you can hear the game, you can see the game, you can see the dude.
Dad! Hey, take it easy, you're gonna knock me over.
Wait, where?
So this is your big day, huh?
Am I grown up now?
Right? 10 years old, that's not exactly grown up, but you're getting there.
Now, can I drive your car?
And I think you're gonna have to wait a little while for that.
Ethan!
Okay, wait, that's not... We gotta go back.
Can you please help me?
No, I think I don't think I hit new game. I think I went to the wrong one. Continue. Wait a second. Do I have to do all this shit again? If so, we gotta try a different game. Did I fuck up? I thought... Oh yeah, I can lower the game volume for sure. Oh, if I screwed up, I'm gonna have to... Here, I'm gonna lower the game volume. Here, I'm gonna turn off the game. I don't know if this is gonna work or not. Heavy rain. Play. Load game. Yeah, because I think that we've loaded it in different spots in the past. So, very annoying here. Try hitting load instead of continue. Okay, so this is this. 1507, 1607. It's all in the prologue. Sleazy Place. Yeah, this looks a little bit more like where we were. I think. This is the start? Ah. How can this be the very beginning? Oh yeah, no, we can't do that. Okay, back. We want to do load game, right? It doesn't say load game. Oh, here, yeah, load. Okay. 1507, 1607, we just did. Is it this one? Bottom one. What happened? Did it? I'd like to select this. It's not letting me load it. Continue. Oh, I see. Now continue. Where do you see continue? So sorry, you guys. Oh, I see. That's a little counterintuitive. I know that makes me look dumb, but oh yeah, here we go. All right, we're there. Oh God! If it's that hard just to load the game, I'm really fucked. So here we are. Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to do the controller. The sound doesn't sound very good. Sound too loud? Oh, okay, there we go. I'm just going to try to turn down this desktop audio a little bit here. Dark Aegis says sound is jittery because you're dropping frames in the game. Might have to lower the resolution. Okay. Well, let's see if it continues to be a problem. I got to get used to the new controls now here.
Lauren Winter. Ring any bells?
Nope, can't say it does.
Oh, come on. This is harder than the other one. Sorry, everybody.
Oh,
that was
that Lauren Winter. Third floor.
That's what I
last door
did,
on the
Dark
left
Aegis.
at
I
the
don't know
end
what
of the
happened.
corridor.
I'm going to use both these controls.
Been looking for weeks. Hope I hit pay dirt this time. Guess I better take the stairs.
Okay, we got to figure out this dropping frames thing. Let's try a different resolution. Graphics or sound? Okay, graphics. And then what do we do? Resolution. And what do we want? That's more. Oh, I see. $30. I think it already is. Then press F. Do you want to keep the settings? Okay, we'll see if that did anything. I don't know. Yeah, it's not working. Let's see. This is driving me nuts, guys. Oh boy. The controls just don't do what I'm asking it to do. That's the problem. Okay. No, it's not doing it. I'm literally doing what it's asking. Maybe I'll try to change the view. Yeah, I did it with the mouse and it was fine. Can't do it with the other one. Yeah, I'm gonna do the mouse. Okay. Yeah, maybe it's just because I'm used to the mouse
Winter.
at this point.
Sorry, I only see clients by appointment.
Wait.
It's $50. I don't kiss and I don't do any weird shit.
Fine by me.
Put your money on the table. You got exactly 10 minutes. When the alarm rings, it's over, okay?
It's funny, the sound wasn't a problem when we were playing before. I wonder if there's some new thing that is going on. Computer, how much time left?
You have 18 minutes left on your 35-minute timer.
Oh, he's a cop. He's gonna bust her.
You should take your clothes off. We ain't got all day.
Actually, I'm not a customer.
Shit, a cop. I should have known. What you want, a freebie? Is that it?
My name is Scott Shelby. I'm a private detective. The families of the victims of the origami killer asked me to investigate the murders. I came here just to ask you some questions about Johnny.
I already told the police all I know and I have nothing to add. Leave me alone.
I understand, Lauren. I know what you're going through.
Oh yeah? You know what it feels like to find your own son's body on a wasteland? I'm sorry, I don't believe you have the slightest idea what I'm going through, Mr. Shelby.
The killer is walking around free as we speak. He'll kill again if he's not arrested.
My Johnny's dead, so what difference does it make?
Hold on, is that the wife?
If we don't find the killer, there'll be other mothers who find their son's body on a deserted wasteland. But you're right. Why should you care? It's not your problem anymore, right?
This is a different woman. Okay, thanks, depressing drawers.
What do you want to know?
First you gotta give me a freebie.
Did you suspect anyone after he disappeared?
I meet a lot of pretty shady characters in my line of work. Sure, I thought of it at first. But it didn't seem to make any sense. I don't believe any of my clients could have done that to my Johnny and all those other kids.
How did your son disappear?
He used to go play with the neighborhood kids after school.
Hold on, I gotta pay attention.
It was pouring down something awful that day.
Was it heavy rain?
I'll never forget it. All his friends came home around 5. All except him. You want one?
No thanks, I quit.
That's brave.
8 years for me.
Is that it? No more questions?
When did you sound the alarm?
About 8 o'clock. I began to get worried. I went all around the neighborhood. I went to the wasteland where they like to play. I went to see his friends. I called the cops about 10 o'clock.
Do you know if they found anything on the wasteland? Any leads or witnesses?
No. He said he must have run away and he'd probably end up coming back. His body was found 5 days later with an origami figure in his hand and an orchid on his chest. Time's up, Mr. Shelby. I hope you got what you wanted. Now get out of here.
This is awkward. I can't figure out how to get out of here. What's the one that changes the camera angle? Oh, wait.
Well, if you remember anything, the smallest detail, give me a call.
And let's open these curtains so I can see what's going on in here. Can't do it. Anything in here? Can't remember what changes the camera angle. Ah, come on, man. There we go. My God. You poison me? He's asthmatic.
Lauren, open up, baby. It's me.
Sorry, what are you doing here? I already told you I don't want to see you anymore.
Sorry, Dal, but I really wanted to see ya.
Gonna go kick some ass.
What do you want, asshole?
Lauren, is everything all right?
She's just swell. Now beat it, loser!
No one calls me loser.
again? If you're looking for trouble, you found it.
Oh no, I gotta get in a fight.
Beat the shit out of you. I'll see you again, asshole.
I think I just got carpal tunnel.
Are you alright?
Better than him, I guess. Who is he?
An ex-client who thinks he owns me. He was getting violent, and I told him I didn't want to see him anymore.
You should be careful. They'll probably be back. Sorry about the mess.
Thanks, you guys.
Mr. Shelby.
I think I did a nice job on the fighting.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. Oh, you hold them until they disappear. I was repeatedly hitting them. Oh, okay. Thanks, Dark Ages. I see. So I think rain is the problem that makes it difficult. I think I remember that with Stray. Unfortunately, the game is called Heavy Rain, which I think also means heavy CPU usage. Computer, how much time left?
You have 6 minutes and 30 seconds left on your 35-minute timer.
Anybody know what happened here?
The zone is sectioned off, sir. Please step back. Agent Norman Jaden, FBI. You got a badge or something, Mr. Jaden? Yeah. Yeah, of course. Check. You can pass.
Tough guy.
I'm looking for Lieutenant Blake. Is he around? I saw him arrive earlier. He's here somewhere.
Looks like
Thanks.
he got his ass kicked. Something about a hooker. Corey Hart.
Video memo recording, Agent 47023, Norman Jaden, Tuesday, October 4th, 2011. Time is 8:14 a.m.
Am I doing something wrong? Oscar Daltrell, bank manager.
Unrelated to the investigation.
I'll decide what's related. Harpus, you're right.
I'm looking for Lieutenant Carter Blake.
There he is.
Thanks.
Sorry, I didn't know if, I guess I'm realizing now that just because it's got the option to do something doesn't mean you have to do it. That was confusing to me. Shades on. Let's see what this guy's doing. Come on, Blake.
I'm looking for Lieutenant Carter Blake. Thanks.
What is he now? Try not to walk into the train. Sorry.
I'm looking for Lieutenant Carter Blake.
Sorry. Okay. Where is he?
Thanks.
Okay, I see him. I'm looking for Lieutenant Blake.
Lieutenant Blake? I'm Agent Norman Jaden from the FBI. I went by your office this morning. They told me you'd be. Now, if you're looking for rain, dead bodies, and highways, you come to the right place. Mike, will you tell that asshole with the bulldozer to stop for 5 minutes? I can't hear myself. Take care.
Right away, Lieutenant.
Okay, everybody, it's time. time to get our strawberry cobbler. We're going to go back to the main menu. Now, there's nothing I can do here that's going to save the game, right? It's always very scary. Okay, strawberry cobbler is ready. Or crumble or whatever. Oh, I'll have to find Blake again. Oh my God. We're gonna get some of gloves. These things are amazing. Was it Michael Bublé who gifted us these? They're really incredible. You can grab a whole Dutch oven. Let's let that cool down a little bit. And maybe we'll do a little bit of our thank you song. How's that? How does it smell? It smells good, Kitchen Hat. Holy Crap Awesome says, sorry for indirectly causing you to sprinkle fingernail dirt onto your crumble, Henry. Never my intention. Yeah, I was just kind of zoning out and I started doing this and flicking it into the recipe. I'd say it smells pretty good. It's not incredibly aromatic yet for some reason, but that's okay. It will be. Let's go ahead and do our thank you song. Look, as you all know, it takes the village people to do something as grand as what we've set out to do here, and I don't want to let one stream go by without thanking many of the users. Not all of them. There's no way that I could thank all of you in a song. It'd be like a 30-minute song every time, and it'd be annoying for people. But I want to thank a lot of the key users, the moderators, the folks that run the Discord, the technical advisors, the big-name streamers who have shared their audience with us, the tier 3 subscribers. So many people. We're currently at 406 subscribers, which I think is quite good, and I thank you for that. Let me make sure Steam is turned off. Okay, and is Reverbus on? Okay, great. So without further ado, this is to the tune of Roger Miller's classic song that gets older and older with every year. King of the Road. Falcon and Dingo Bop, Down Beef Hot Bear 1110, Do Dingle Dog Oggle, Dr. Flanges and Bacchus, and also Shane, yes, Beelzebub, Mochi's Nirvana, it's Kate Kairos, Bumble Vision and the LGX, Chef Reactions, Husky Boyo, Bill Larkin, Music in the Toilet, Nim, Moon, Emerald, Orca Mind, S-Fan, Bonnie 2, Dazzle Kepler, Little Quest, Borson, Vanilla, Parasitosis, and don't forget Quanto, Embry 225, Yarchasm, Nico Tezo, Michael Bublé 4422, Passion Airman Hoshin 64, Midnight Faded, JSBX Fan, S.A. Tisson, Poolboy 789, and D's Nuts, Game Master Flash, the Cat Food Taste Tester, the Churnex Mochi's Nirvana, Red Hot Hibachi, Ransom GR, S.A. Tisson, Mill Shell Heffy, Dazzle Cat's Oddbane and Toke My Nuts. Saguaro Uberito 55555. Dinosaur JB's text sickly boy. The Elsby Henlips 1 in Caitlin's kitchen. Lacey T Purple Donut filling his fruit tankard and Borson Bennett. Zodiac Tone Gary Busey ASMR. Lurk Bull Shandis Nova Glarian. Mr. Gooseberry VT, and also as always, don't forget Quanto. Thank you all. And hey, I think it's time to see what kind of thing that we've got going on here. Something does smell a little weird, and I think that might be a product that Roast Beef left for us. Let's check in with the alerts here. Taco Bronson, thanks again for subscribing. Let's check the Chatterino. Matt Teo, RBLX, what big streamers have you collabed with? Well, we did a great one with S-Fan and Emaru and Bonnie. That was when we made Frankenstein heads. You can see that on YouTube, and you can see that on, what else? Well, I guess there's probably Twitch clips of it as well. I've collabed with Nim a whole bunch of times. Chef Reactions. Michael Bublé asks, what happened to Chef Reactions? Does he stream anymore? Yeah, I think he was just kind of dabbling in streaming. I don't know if it was something that he was as passionate about as the other social media platforms, but I'm sure he's doing great. And I think it's time for us to take our Dutch oven, and I guess I can put it directly on the counter, right? Isn't that the whole purpose of having these counters? Here, I'll put this thing down first. Oh boy, this actually looks a lot like the picture. This is gonna be nice. This is gonna be a nice little afternoon treat for Roast Beef and I. Let me see where Roast Beef is, by the way. Hold on just a sec. I'm going to get the camera on Roast Beef. Roast Beef is currently back in his stroller. He's digging it. He likes that stroller. I'm glad too, because that's a good place for him. He's chilling out, enjoying whatever shot that the vet gave him that's supposed to be a painkiller. I'm sure a lot of you users out there are also on some similar type of shot while we watch the show. Okay, let's take a look at what we've got ahead of us here. Not sure exactly what I should use to scoop here. I think this thing's gonna work. If you want to look at the picture, this was theirs. Pretty damn close. Rarely do we come this close. And this is going to be healthy. I mean, we did put a lot of sugar on there, but it's mostly fruit. Fruit's good for you. Computer, what's the worst thing that can happen if you have too much sugar?
According to Mayo Clinic, too much added sugar of all kinds can contribute unwanted calories that are linked to health problems, such as weight gain, type 2 diabetes, metabolic syndrome, tooth decay, and high triglyceride levels, as well as increase your risk of heart disease.
Yeah, so it's really not a big deal. It's KDX says unwanted calories, but what if you want them? Yeah, I mean, when do you not want calories, really? Okay. There we go. This is our strawberry crumble situation, and unfortunately, I'm all out of coffee. What's that famous movie line? I came here to kick ass and drink coffee, and I'm all out of coffee. Something like that. All right, well, this is it. This is our strawberry crumble. I'm going to take some of this, and we used it with the Dutch oven that was gifted to me by you. Purple donut filling is fruit. I don't have ice cream, unfortunately, but that sounds like that would have been a good idea. Depressing Drawers says, I came here to chew ass and kick bubblegum. Oh, was that the original lyric or line? Astrorath the Grim says, classic film. Yeah. Came here to kick ass, to drink ass and kick coffee. Okay. You can't handle the coffee. No, that's totally different. Totally different. Oh, Duza says, bison's reverberating. Yes, you are absolutely right. Let's get rid of that. Check. Okay. Well, the moment of truth. It's been in there for 35 minutes, so these oats should have gotten cooked. Bon appetit. This looks a little like something you could do if you were trying to do special effects for a movie like Alien or something. Matteo RBLX says, if you're drinking the coffee that comes from some animal's poop, then yes, you're drinking ass. Thanks for that clarification. All right, here we go. Blue Dream D says, just got here. Is that steak tartare? No, this is strawberry crumble. That's going to work. This is going to work real well. Look, it might not be much to look at, but this tastes pretty good. I don't know, if you brought it to a potluck, it might sort of sit there for the whole day because it doesn't really look like something that people are going to want to put in their bodies. But I'm going to say it's pretty good. Yeah, I might call this fucking delicious. Yeah. I'll say it's fucking delicious. And by that I mean there's nothing wrong with it. I would love a cup of coffee right now so much, but can't always have what you want. Big Nesky, yeah, you're right. I mean, the logs we made last time, peanut butter snack logs, protein logs, those were okay. But that mustard sauce was some nasty ass shit. I'm going to take another crack at mustard ketchup. I think that's going to be my monthly YouTube on the Patreon this time around. I really think that there's something there, and I want to try to get it to the consistency so that I can load it into that condiment gun that you guys gave me. Did I say mustard ketchup? I meant mushroom ketchup. Yeah, it does need ice cream really bad. It needs coffee and ice cream, but I've got plenty more. I can get those ingredients and then come home to this. Al Hatem says, have you tried curry ketchup, Henry? No, I've never even heard of that. That could be good. Holy crap, awesome says this is good shit, by the way. Or no, good shirt. This is a good shirt, by the way. Oh, my shirt, thanks. Yeah. It's very festive, casual. Well, there you go. I ate it all. That was good. And had a little problem with the game, but we did some fun songs. Nice tribute to Tom Lehrer, the great Tom Lehrer. Go ahead and listen to his music. Go to YouTube, watch his performances. He was really the original when it came to the art of writing comedy music. The modern original. I'm sure people did it back in the Middle Ages, like court jesters and whatnot. But all right, everybody. I hope you have another fantastic week. I'll see everybody on Sunday at 12 p.m. Pacific time, like we always do. And I just, overall, I hope everybody's being good to each other and just sort of doing okay. And I appreciate you joining us. Thanks, Pancake King. That's okay. You can go to the DVD and look at the rest of it. If you missed any of it. You said try to be on time. Okay, thank you, Calicus. Thanks, Boner of a Lonely Fart. Thank you, everyone. And I'll see you next time.